Hi, I'm Frank, and I like to do it myself. Today I have a SeaDoo switch, and I'm going to put a solar battery tender on it. It's easy to do. Let's get to it. This is what we're going to be using. I have a 20-watt solar panel. Here is the connecting cable to connect to the battery, an extension cable, some zip ties, some dielectric grease, and a socket set. Should be all we need. So here we have the center console, and right here is access to the engine and battery compartments. I'm going to take these off too. This just gets further back. Get these off, basically you just lift up, rotate, same thing on the other side, and lift up. Under here you have the battery compartment, or the engine, and right there is the battery. And we're going to connect the terminals to the positive and negative here on the battery. I'm going to remove this seat. This is right by the engine compartment. So that's pulled, and then we just lift up the seat. If you look between the seats, where I took the seat off, this is where the seat clips in, but there is a little space underneath here, and that's where I'm going to sneak the wire through. This is a 10mm bolt, which comes out pretty easy. You want to do that on all four to remove this panel. This panel will then just lift right out to give you access underneath. Everything in here is pretty well sealed from the engine compartment. To try to make life easy, there's this blower that comes straight through. So I move that back, I'm going to snake the wire right through there that'll get into the engine compartment. Alright, so I've got the wire going now through there. I just need to put that little rubber grommet back on. I'll put this in here. And then slide all of this back on. I'm going to rotate the wire so that it's down towards the bottom. That'll make it easier to get to from the engine compartment. On your extension cord, pay attention to this, otherwise you're going to be doing the whole thing again. One side of your extension cord, the red is attached to the covered portion. On the other extension cord, other end of the extension cord, red is on the open end. This is what you want to put through this connector. Alright, I'm taking the negative off, and I'm going to put some dielectric grease on the terminals. Alright, the negative terminal's done. Positive terminal, I have dielectric grease applied to that. And here's the other piece. We're going to put those together. In putting the correct one through, you'll see I've got black, red, black, red. So I know my polarity is all going to be the same. So pay attention when you run this thing through. Now I'm going to put some dielectric grease on each end of the each of these ends. Now I just looped it coming from the battery through this part of the bulkhead, and then this back to that blower port. So it just keeps it all out of the way, and I don't really have to use tie wraps right here. Now I'm hooking them underneath these clips that hold the pontoon sprayer system in, and then I'll just bring it right up and put it inside one of the seats. Alright, you can see it coming out through there. I have to put the bolts back in here. But notice the orientation. These things can go closer to here or closer to there. So you want them to go in that orientation so that you can get your seats back in without them sticking out. All right, so I can pull the wire out of this center seat and put it back in. So now let's hook up the solar panel. All right, so I have this connected, and what I'm seeing here is red flashing. Now on this solar panel, when I look at the instructions, it tells me red slow flash is working to charge the battery, so it's activated, everything is working. So we're charging the battery right now, and everything is looking good with this. When I'm done charging, I can just put the cable and the solar panel back underneath the seat and wait till I'm done.